Dear students, today I'm going to explain the most important questions in Bcom second semester business law. So please follow these instructions. The subject is a little bit difficult because of the terminology. So if you want to score good marks in this subject, the terminology is very important. If you write on your own language, you will not get what you are going to expect. So please maintain the terminology of the subject, and whenever you are learning any answer, please by heart the side headings. Okay, and sometimes by based on the side headings also they will make some questions. So so that is the reason I'm saying please by heart the side headings, and what are the side headings which are coming and terminology, these two things you have to maintain, so then only you can score good marks in final exam. So here are the questions. So what is the defined contract, explain the essential features of valid contract, which is very important question in your final exam. So the next, discuss the communication and revocation of offer and acceptance. So the next one is define consideration and explain essential valid consideration. So this is also one of the very important question. So next question is what do you mean discharge of contract, explain the modes of discharging of contract. So this is also one very important question from this unit. So next, what is offer acceptance and explain the essential of offer and acceptance. So this is one more important question. So next, what is breach of contract and explain the various remedies for breach of contract. So these are the unit 1 important. So what are the questions which I given? The question number 7 is a short answer, digital signature and what is business law and its scope. So these are short answers. So e-governance. So question number 7 and 8 and 9 are called short answers, sir. 1 to 6 are long answers. Okay. Now when it is comes to unit number 2, distinguish between the sale or deed, both are same, and agreement to sale of deed, both are same. Okay, this is one of the very important question. So what are the implied conditions in contract sale, and what do you meant by unpaid seller vendor, explain the rights of unpaid seller. So this is very important questions. Please students, just when you're learning the question, so sometimes he will be giving the different ways. Okay, so don't expect every time direct question, sometimes he may ask the question in indirect way also. Please, this point you need to keep it carefully, so then only you can write any answer. So don't go for direct question. Sometimes the side headings also can make use of the side headings, you can make a new question now. So please understand the side headings also. Okay, next, what is the consumer and what are the rights of consumer under the Consumer Protection Act, and discuss the Consumer Protection Council and Consumer Dispute Redressal Agency. So this is also one of the very important question. This is very important question. Question number 4, actually I have not given star, so this is very important question from this unit. So difference between the sale and sale of agreement. So these are 5 questions which I am giving from unit 2. Next one is please remember whatever the laws which are given in the book. So all the laws you have to by heart, and once you by heart, and please recollect those laws and try to practice it, so then only you can write it in exam. So next to unit number 3, when it comes to the unit number 3, so briefly write a brief on meaning of and objectives of benefits of intellectual property rights. So in sometimes the same question may give IPR also, shortcut IPR, intellectual property rights, or IPR also it can. Okay, what do you mean by patent, and what are the different kinds of patent. Okay, so this is also one of the very important. Next, what do you mean by the Copyrights and Copyrights Act 1957. So you have to explain everything in detail. Okay, now when it comes to the unit number uh, so in this fourth and fifth questions are short answers, trademark, okay, and trade secret. So these are 4 marks questions. Okay, so when it comes to the unit number 5 is very important question. The question is define directors and what are the qualification and disqualification of directors. This is very important. So how appointment as well as appointment and removal of directors. So these are very important question. Discuss briefly the provisions of Companies Act with regard to the made appointment of directors of the company and removal of directors. So these are the very important question. Define corporate governance, what are the its nature and objectives, and what is meeting, and what are the requirements for valid meeting. So this is also one of the very important question. So next, define proxy. This is a short answer, 4 marks question. And what are the duties and liabilities of director? This is also one of the short marks, short answer. So up to here, the unit number 4 is completed. So when it is comes to the unit number 5, define winding and what are the winding up, what are the various modes of winding up. So this is very important question. So please next explain the procedure for winding up by tribunal. Okay, so this is very important. Next, what do you mean by the voluntary winding up, and explain the conditions by, okay, be followed in voluntary winding up. So this is also one of the very important questions. So the question number 4 is also very important. Explain the in detail about insolvency and back corruption code, and 2016 IBC. This is also called as IBC. And who is liquidator, and explain the functions of liquidator. These are short answers. And corporate social responsibility, these are short answer. What is managing director? These are very short answers. So please subscribe my channel Anu Computer Education to get further updates. So please, I'm saying again, I'm saying, and the subject terminology is very important. If you want to score good marks in final exam, that subject terminology you have to maintain. And whatever the questions you are learning, please remember all the laws and everything. You, before going to the exam, you once you practice and go. And the next thing is what are the side headings which are given in each and every question. Write it somewhere and by heart all the side headings. So don't expect every time direct questions in business law. Sometimes they may use by making use of the side headings also, they can make a new question. So please follow these instructions. And okay, all the best.